This is a Dollar Tree shirt, and we're gonna be turning it into that shirt you saw. First thing, we have our pattern here. You're gonna need a scissors. Sorry, I'm not using that one. I'm gonna be using my big scissors. So you're gonna need a pattern, or maybe just any shirt that you have that fits the person you want to make it for, like the child, because I'm making this for a child. And I already have my pattern because I just cloned one of her shirts, and that's why I usually use to. So if you haven't seen how we done that before, I think I have the video showing that, or I have the video where I made something out of that, so you can check it out. This is our two pieces, so we're just going to separate it and remove the front piece. Just one piece for the front, whichever piece can be the front, because we haven't cut the neck yet. So now I'm going to fold this one to use as the front piece, and so I'm going to cut the neck on the front. So you see my neckline I marked over here, so I'm just going to place it here on the shirt and kind of find that neckline and just mark it on my front. I'm going to see how many inches that is, and I'll choose whether I want that low or I want it higher. So I'm using scissors. Okay, there we go. So we got our front and we got our back, and that's how simple it is. This is just how simple it is. This is our front, this is our back. So we're going to start joining them together, and first thing I'm going to do here is to get some pieces to use as binding. We're going to use these both sleeves on the top we're making, so I'm just going to cut it out. Just creating a little cutting here so I'll be able to follow that. So I have my two pieces, front piece, back piece, and I'm gonna be reusing my both sleeves for the sleeve of this top, and I cut a 1-inch strip that I'm gonna be using as binding around the neck and some elastic for the sleeves. So I just pin my pieces together to make sure I have them staying in place while I'm sewing. And I'm going to begin by sewing the shoulders. I'm going to sew both shoulders together. So I used my serger and I did my shoulders instead of on the sewing machine, but you can do this with a sewing machine. It doesn't matter. I just have a serger, that's why I use it. So I use my serger to join my shoulders, and as you can see, I turn my top to the right side, and I pin my strip around the neck, right side is facing. I pin it right sides facing, so I can go ahead and stitch around here. I'm gonna stitch all the way around until I come to the end of it. So I went ahead and zigzag my bias, the bounding I'm using, onto the neck. Now since I cannot find whatever the needle name is, I'm gonna just be doing this by hand, just to tack it down on the inside. I'm gonna just fold it over and tack it down by hand all around. Because I don't want to use the zigzag stitch here to do it. That was gonna show outside on my work, and I don't want it. I cannot find my other needle right now. I don't want to use my regular needle to do the straight stitch out here, because yeah, it's gonna make my neck stretchy. So I'm trying to avoid that. I'll just go ahead and tack this down by hand. I'm just gonna do some tack down stitch. Before I go ahead and add my, so as you can see, this is how I'm doing it. I'm just folding it over and just picking from inside to tack it down. And this stitch I'm doing is not showing on the right side. Let me see here. It's not on the right side. So I'm gonna do that all the way around. So after notching down my neck, I tuck my sleeves. I mark the middle of my sleeves just so I know where that center point is. But I'm not gonna start from the middle. I'm gonna attach my sleeves beginning from the end. So I'm gonna be matching this point to the little sharp point here on my top. And I'm just gonna pin it around. I join the shoulders, added the sleeves.